Welcome everyone, this is Pineleaf Skirmisher of Middle Earth, and today we are here in Estilden, and I'm going to talk about tasks. Now you may be wondering, what is a level 103 warden doing in Estilden in the first place? Second, how did said warden get to be a level 103? And third, why do we care about tasks if tasks don't drop in skirmishes? Well, this is related to two changes that we have in update 18 that is coming to a server near you, but is currently in testing on Borrower. The first item, of course, is that I'm 103 because I'm on Borrower and I have been, well, running some skirmishes there. But what about tasks themselves? Well, I have gone around the area of Estelden and found a few drops related to tasks, and now it's time to turn them in. And here we go to the bulletin board, and you'll see that all of the task quest names now have these prefixes on them. And in fact, they are large enough that some of them are overflowing when they wouldn't have overflowed before. Now you may be wondering, why bother? Everyone knows that all the tasks here are for the Rangers of Estilden. It's not like Moria where you have to prefix things because you have two different factions there, so why do we need them here? Well, this relates to our second item, but before we do that, let's ask another question about tasks. And let's say you did want to turn them in, but I'm using daily tasks here, and let's say I have this tough carapace, and I wanted to find out, alright, tough carapace. And it says that we not only have it for the Rangers of Estilden here in Estilden and in Mulinen, but you could also in Oscaruth also turn in there for the people in the Lone Lands, or of course you go to the Forsaken Inn. So therefore, it's not only worth credit for here, but also in the Lowlands. But oh, I am here in Estelden. I don't feel like going all the way to the Lowlands. Maybe you have tasks for areas that are scattered all over the place. Or perhaps you gather them in one place, but you want them to use them for rep for another faction. How do you handle that? Well, that's where the second change comes along, because we are about to head to the one place where you can turn in tasks for any faction you wish. I am now here at the Thorns Hall housing area, and as you can see, we have task bulletin boards. 11 of them. Why do we have 11 of these things in our housing development areas now? And that is because there is now one for every 10 levels, so 0 through 10. No, I don't know why you needed one for level 0, since I don't believe it's possible to have a level 0 quest, and I certainly have never seen a character at level 0. And then we have 11 through 20, 21 through 30, 31 through 40, all the way up to 101 to 110. I presume that 110 is for future upgrades, because the level cap is only going to be 105 after this update. And whenever you turn in a task, you turn it into the task collection box. And this is true no matter what the task itself says. For example, if we did one of these, for example, coarse skins, and let's say I wanted to turn it in for the Eglain, then I could turn it in for the Eglain. Of course, if I wanted to do it for someone else, then I could do it for perhaps the Men of Bree. Or I can do it for the Rangers of Estilden. Of course, if I wanted to do it for the Rangers of Estilden, I could have done that back over when I was in Estilden. But let's say I do it for the Eglain. So that was coarse skin. Why do we have two of them for coarse fur? I presume they might have slightly different flavors. There might be two areas that you could have turned them into, and they just bunched them together because they have slightly different level ranges. So they wanted to have both versions available, because we can see this a couple of times here also. So let's say if we have tough carapaces. Tough carapaces, if I took this one says it's 26. And if I gave this one, where's the other tough carapaces one? Okay, this one is level 23. So therefore, if you were below level 26, you'd probably want to take the level 23 version. But if you were 26 or higher, you'd want to take that so you get more experience for it. So that's another thing to consider. So therefore, they have every single task quest here. If there's more than one, because one's available at one bulletin board and another bulletin board has a different level, then they'll have more than one. It's not listed on there, but you'll be able to see both of them on there and just check there. Okay, you can accept that, and then just turn it in here. Now it says to turn it in at the Forsaken Inn. And that's because the level 23 version turns in there. The 26 version will probably turn in Oscaruth. So we'll just take this here, and we could finish it here. No matter what it says here, you could turn in the task right over there. Now, why would you want to do this? Why not just turn it in where you did it at? As I said before, perhaps maybe you want to do it for one of the other factions. Then you've got all your rep for the Rangers of Estilden. You're completely at cap, but you still have some Thornhall rep 1, and you have no easy way to get there. Then you could come over here and do it. Another possibility is perhaps you've collected a large number of things, threw it into your vault, or you mailed it to one of your alts. And now that you have mailed it to them, or you put in your vault, you come over your shared vault, obviously, because since I've talked about one of your alts picking up, your alt comes and picks it up, and you can turn it in here. You buy some of these task items at an auction hall. You could pick them out at the auction hall, and you could come in here. If you're not necessarily questing where you want to turn them in, any reason whatsoever, then you could come to your housing development area in order to turn in your various tasks. So this is a nice little piece of convenience if you're someone who is really into doing these things. And that is it. Updated on the tasks area, where you could turn them in wherever you want. You have one nice task collection panel where you could turn in all your tasks. You've got these little headers in front of all the names so you could know which faction there are for in advance. And what about those that don't have factions on them? That's an interesting question. Like, for example, let's see. Oh, then it will just say task. And these are tasks for those for which that do not award reputation. It would just say task on it, and then Ikadunan in the areas in there. So that's what they will do in that case. And that is all for today. As I go along previewing Update 18, perhaps I'll find something else to show you, but I won't be showing you the instances or anything like that, since I believe that Ending is doing a good enough job on that matter. And that is all for today, and this is Pineleaf Needles reminding you to quest responsibly.